And now we need to talk about her real quick. Because we are spotlighting you today on YCE.
Aww.
Yes. I don't know if anybody has ever told you, but at the moment in our space, when it comes to young people, you happen to be a very influential person.
Oh, really?
Yes. You're not aware? Well, for a lot of reasons. First, the way you carry yourself, and of course, the voice. We don't have, in as much as we are the entertainment spaces open up for a lot of women, we don't have a lot of young women who are being empowered the way you are being empowered, and who are also in the empowerment space, also empowering other people behind them. Because I feel like our space, entertainment-wise, there's a lot of competition all the time.
Yes.
So a lot of people do not take the time to inspire those below them, unless maybe they feel some kind of benefit from it. So I've seen some of the stuff you've done. I've seen the voice training you're doing. I follow you on TikTok, so I watch a lot of the stuff you do, right? So first things first, like I did ask you when we started the show about how the voice came to be, how it is that you decided to come into this space and do what you're doing. And you said you started from when you were in school, right? So I also want to know, right, because it is a challenging space, especially for women, and you're a woman that you put yourself out there visually and audibly, right? So probably you come, a lot of people come at you, Tuno, you sound this way, that way. I mean, I just want to break everything down so that you can just give us just like what it is that you're going through, what's in your mind, and how it is that maybe you haven't thought of it, but as time is going, as you did that events last week, you are also gonna try and help empower other women who want to be like you, who are also like you, and they don't have the guidance that you do.
So the thing is, I mean, obviously, in every scope of work, there's a little bit of difficulty in there. But for young women in media, we face a lot of challenges. Take away the fact that, we're on TV or we're on radio and our voices are being heard. We're behind the scenes. We're producing the sounds. We're recording this. We're doing this. We're animating. We're doing blah, blah, blah. It's just the lack of opportunity for us, because we are in a, for lack of a better word, let's just say we're in a very saturated workspace where everybody and anybody can enter into it, but it is your worth that determines who you are. But now it has become a bit of a problem because anybody and everybody can
enter the
space. It has become sort of like the real ones don't get noticed, and then even if you're here, because they keep putting other people on top, you wake up in the morning and then you're like, God, what am I doing with my life? Like, I feel like I'm stuck in one place.
I'm doing too much, but I'm not seeing the benefits.
Like, I feel like this opportunity is something that I could go for. I will go for it, and then I'm told, I'm so sorry, we know this person, so they brought this person is going to do it. You, next time when we need somebody, we'll bring it. There will never be a next time. And then you are left clamoring for any opportunity that you can get. But the problem with it is, it's not every opportunity that is a good opportunity. So now you have to sit and then have a spirit of discernment to ascertain if this is a good opportunity or it's a bad one. Is it worth going into it? Is it not worth it? So I think that is one of the difficulties that personally, I don't know of other people, but personally, and from what my friends tell me or my colleagues at work tell me, that is one of the difficulties that we go through. Aside that, I feel like I was blessed with this thing. Again, I keep saying that it's a talent, because I didn't learn it from anybody. It was a talent that I just discovered
just
by
stumbled
myself.
Upon it.
And if I can't save Ghana in a fourth world war or third world war, if I can't go to sit and have an interview with the president, the least I can do is to train other people for the near future. If you have the opportunity to meet the president and you want to interview him, I want to be in the back of your mind, and when you're interviewing, you'll be like, look at me, I've been able to interview. It's because of Yaa Bitha. That's one of the reasons why I started this class. I want every young woman or young man that passed through my hands be able to say I've had some sort of influence on them. It might not be monetary. I might not direct you to go here or meet this person, but the mere fact that I've imbibed some sort of knowledge into you it's enough for me. Knowing that I can do this at this point in my life, I know that if I got a bigger opportunity, I'll be able to do bigger things. So, this I'm plugging myself in. If you hear my voice and you think that Yaa Bitha, I can do something for you, my dear brother in Christ, don't let the devil hold you back. Just get in touch with me. I just want to be able to live. You see, legacy is not something that needs to be public. It's just people need to say, oh, you've had some influence in my life, and that's the only thing I am aiming for. That's the only thing that I want. If I can't give it to you through my hands, the least I can do is to give it to you through my lips.
Exactly.
So that's me.
I remember when I was doing a certain course, and then the idea of immortality came up, and I learned that there are two types of immortality. The obvious one being you live forever, like you can grow old forever, and living through your legacy. And it's either you live through your children, that is why you have a last name. That's the whole point of that's the other type of immortality. Or you live through what you leave behind, either with your family and others. And a lot of times people are trying to leave legacies, do statues, do this, that. But I want to use Van Gogh for instance. Van Gogh, when he was alive, he didn't think he was good enough. Now his paintings
they are amassing millions.
And if he even knew that this is how people feel, or he'd actually be surprised, because in his time he thought he was trash.
Thought he was, that's the thing.
So
and I mean, for many of us that I like to call the entertainment industry as an artwork, and for many of us that are involved in this artwork, we usually wake up and feel like, oh my god, I didn't do enough.
I get you.
But the hope is that one day we can look back and say, you know what,
this was good. This was good.
This was really good.
And people,
it was worth the run.
Exactly. And when people vibe with it, it gives you this sense of, wow, I was able to do something for someone to at least like, enjoy it, and be inspired by it.
Exactly. That's what I always say, that when I go to a place, whether it's a university or the senior high schools, if you do not remember everything I have said, that's no problem, but you must remember my name. And lucky enough, sometimes we meet these students, some of them are from high school, they're not in the university. So when we go to the universities for event, they're like, oh yeah, Bitha, you came to my school 2 years ago. And I say, what did I say? And you'll be shocked. Some of them are actually listening. They can remember everything that I did. And I just say a silent thank you, God.
Thank you. I know, because myself included, I've met people that I didn't even remember do anything with them. I remember when I was on campus, I met and interviewed a couple of people. If they come to me and they say you spoke to me, I'm like, I don't remember, because it's a lot of faces now. But it's the fact that people remember, oh, I was at the cafeteria and I heard you and I got excited, or I was doing this and then you said something and Charlie, it made me want to do this. It's a really nice feeling. You don't realize it until you are sitting there and somebody's saying
it to you.
Exactly.
I always say the best judges are your listeners. They are the best judges.
So for those of you who are listening to all of us who are in the studio, and all of us in the way we do things, myself, Stacy, Yaa Bitha, Ajua, Kelly at the back, we really appreciate when you listen to us and you tell us how much what we are doing makes you feel. We really do. So even if you feel you're annoying, you know that you might be.
Yeah, but there'll be somebody somewhere that actually loves your annoyance. So push through.
But with relation to women, all right, and everything that you happen to be doing, right, what do you think at the end of your legacy, or at the end of what you leave behind? I know the space is not just for women. I mean, you are doing other things for men. You're also doing the training for men as well.
Yes.
But women especially are of interest and should be of interest, because we still are, even though we're in 2025, we still are in a time where people still do not give women chances, or they question their chances because they'll be like, oh, it's because you're a woman. So did you get there through your hard work, or because somebody pushed you because you're a woman? I'm sure someone somewhere said you got your role because you are charming with somebody, or you entered somebody's car, or you went to somebody's hotel. I'm sure you've come across it as many times as possible. But if anything, as a woman, and during the International Women's Month, if you could inspire any listener who is a woman else who is listening and goes through all these things, what would you want to say to them? How would you want to teach them that what we are doing, it's of benefit to not just you, the individual, but our entire gender, because we are still you guys are still going through a thing where people question your value.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, your value is held by the fact that you are the fairer sex, so people want to help you. The hard work.
I've always worked with this philosophy that I came up with. Failure is not necessarily the end to man's success. As a woman, whatever career path you take, there will be times where people will say certain things to you. There are times where there will be a lot of no's in your face. There will be a time where doors will be closed in your face. But you know what? You pick yourself up, you dust yourself, and then you move on. Me, if you come and tell me that a man has done this, has done that, blah 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 blah, I always tell you, go back to my Instagram, because my Instagram is the best file you can ever find. Just scroll down to 2018, 2017. You see me very, very small, and I'm a very smallish person. So many a time, people confuse me for, I can go for an event, and usually when I go for events, I don't put on the outfits that I want to use. I just wear shorts and a shirt, and I sit in the back. And then the ashes come, madam, please, you have to get up. Then I just look at them, and then I smile. So when it's time, and then I put on my dress, oh madam, oh I'm sorry, I just take it normal, because even if they hail me there's another audience that I'll go to that they might not hail me. But that doesn't make me less of a human being. It doesn't mean that whatever work I'm coming to do there, the value I'm going to give to them is less. As a woman, people are going to question your value. People are going to question your work. People are even going to question the effect of what you're going to do for them. But you know what? You keep your neck, I always say, keep your neck straight, your head high, and keep the crown on. Whether you're a man or a woman, there are always going to be naysayers. There are always going to be the people that say they are criticizing you, but they're not actually. We all know they're not criticizing you. They just want to say their nonsense, but they're saying they're criticizing
just want to hate on you.
Just listen to them. If they say anything, okay, finish. Are you done?
Pick what is necessary.
Yeah, I always say pick your poison. You say something, I don't say anything. You want a reaction from me, you don't get the reaction. You'll be tired. You stop. When I started, Bogo ideas was always on me. It's either I am trying too hard to sound like somebody, or I am trying to, on Twitter they have this estate Twitter and Abenquine. Yeah, I'm trying to take myself out of the Abenquine Twitter. I'm trying to prove I want to be the next girl's prophet. And then now he's tired. He stopped. Now he's the one reposting my things, and I won't even mind him. So the people that will tell you you're not good, you are this, you're useless, your value is less, they're the same people that will heal you when you get to the top. You don't need to listen to them. The only person you need to listen to is yourself, because you are the best judge of your own character. Always when you wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror, tell yourself, I am bold, I am brainy, I am beautiful. Nobody can say otherwise. Once you imbibe that thing in your head, anything anybody says, it will be nonsense to you. Unless of course they are praising you, that one day you should take it.
You keep it.
But if they are saying anything that you know is not your truth, live your truth. I always say this. Last night we were at Sina Soul's album listening party, and out of all the songs, everybody is mentioning what their favorite is, and I say my favorite song of that album is Personal, because I feel like she was just talking about herself. She was just letting her vulnerability out.
But you could relate.
Yes, and it's something that I felt like I could relate to. So the only person I listen to is myself and my dad, because my dad is my number one supporter. Every time people criticize me, you go and see his comments there. My dear daughter, don't mind them. You are beautiful and da 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 da. So you see, what are you going to say that is going to undermine what my father has told me, or is going to undermine what I have told myself? I have grown up in a way that now I'm proud of myself, even before somebody will come and tell me that I'm proud of you. So if you are not proud of me, take your proudness. I don't care.
I think we can transition into a topic, all right? So we also have High School Click here with us, Stacy. Stacy.
Hi.
AKA DJ what?
Wiki.
And Adjoa in the studio. King Kelly is also here, so he might join the conversation. So one of the topics, before we even talk about hood rave, about that hoop rave, I don't know why I said hood rave. But yeah, we want to talk about broken homes. Now, for me personally, I honestly, I don't know if I can say I do or do not, because I can say my mom had that experience, kind of. Well, they didn't have an experience. She's just an extended family, or like that extended family thing where multiple dad, multiple, everybody remarrying and all those things. So it's a big family. My dad's side is nuclear, so I don't know a lot of people, or aside maybe the family members that happens to, where maybe somebody doesn't have a dad in the house or a mom in the house. Now for Stacey and Adjoa, they can relate. I don't know for your side if you can or cannot.
No, but
Yeah.
I mean, while working,
You've met
like
a
I
couple.
can, yeah.
So we have been looking to have this conversation, and the first time we actually brought it up, I think Stacey and Adjoa spoke a lot, and you could hear pain.
Was it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could hear the pain. You girls are really, you have a lot of pain that you're holding back just so you can be able to do this thing that you're doing that you love. And real quick, all right, from both your sides, I don't know what it is you can tell somebody who probably is going through what you're going, but they don't have the answers that you have and the experience that you have, that you can tell them that everything is, things are, I don't want to use the word because I can't read you, but things are crap, but it's still okay.
Okay, so you see your parents here, your mom, your dad, they are old enough. They've decided that we've brought someone on this earth and we are allowing our problems to affect you, the child. You're at an age where, excuse me to say this, those listening, you're at an age where you know that having unprotected sex, you can get STD, you can get pregnant. Why are you not channeling that energy to do something else? Like I said 3 weeks ago, I'm a victim and I know how it feels like. But should I hang myself? Should I sit down and wail? Should I cry every now and then that my parents... I am tired. So I told myself, I'm gonna find, like what Auntie has said, I'm finding my voice. I'm finding something that is gonna make me feel good about myself. So if I feel like me being on high school clique stage, doing everything that I do, every now and then I go to school and I hear people say, Stacey, we watch you on TV, it gives me that energy, it gives me that hope that I don't want to fall short somewhere. Then probably I don't even know who's even listening to me. I don't even know who is actually taking glory from me. So last year we took Larissa to Fetterman Senior High School. There's a lady that she was crying and DNA was calling me, Stacey, come. I got there and DNA said, this girl said she has been following you since you were in the Phantom Girls and she's just happy to see you here. I had goosebumps all over me because in my mind I'm like, who am I? So for you to watch me on TV, for you to be praying I come to your school and you finally see me, my girls and boys out there, your parents are never going to change their mind. They are never going to come back to say, you know what, we are come to sort our differences. It's you. Right now, the mantle is up to you. Would you sit down and be like that uncle in your family house that he was sitting down for his parents to come together? No. Move on with your life. We are in a space where technology and, things are happening. We can all do things. So, what's the word? Distract us. And you're still sitting down and wailing, you would be fine. I don't want people to listen to Adjoa. I don't want you people to listen to her when she's ranting. We all can rant about our parents, but the whole point is you would be fine. Even people that got pregnant in secondary schools, they are fine. How much more you that your parents are alive and you feel like, oh, they are not minding you? You would be fine. There are other rich kids somewhere. Their parents are not involved in their lives, but they are there. Just be glad that you have life, you are strong, you can do what you like, then that's it. Don't listen to Adjoa, please, I'm telling you.
But what did I
What
say?
did Adjoa say?
She's feeling don't listen. You would be
Feeling
fine.
bad for who?
You will be fine. Don't
Come on.
think about your parents.
Hold
think
on,
about
hold
yourself
on.
right now.
Hold on,
You'll be
Stacey.
fine.
Adjoa, what did you say?
You'll be fine.
I don't even remember because I'm fine. I'm okay. I actually don't let the whatever between my parents get in my way because I came to understand as at the age of 12 that they are never going to stop. this one will come for this one, snake down. It's me and then the world. It's either I make myself and they appreciate what I've become of myself, or I let their whatever
their
suppress me,
keep you down.
You get it? And that was when I started facing life. So I do things like they don't exist, because I don't want to get to a point where I'll now have to go to mommy and she say go to your father. Then I don't like that kind of stress. So I do things like it's just me. Sometimes when I feel like I need help from them, I just call them. If they can't, fine. If they can't, we move. Because come on, I can't depend my life on them. They have lived their life. They are where they are, and they've decided to go at loggerheads with themselves. That is them. I'm also young. I'm vibrant. I can't sit at one place, and I'm a lady. And a lady in this modern era, if you don't take care, the men will use you as toothpick. So it's either you stand for yourself and then face the physical world, or you just go and become a toothpick for the men. Yes, and I know girls who are toothpick for men, but I don't want to be like that. So I'm facing it, and I'm facing it like they don't exist. So yes, sometimes they would bring their issues. You hear your mom calling. There are times where I don't even pick their calls because I know that those has come to say something. Then the next minute, a whole lot. So the best thing
it's
is
basically like you are in the middle of their
and they both want you to be on their side.
I get it.
But me, I'm on my own side. I have like something huge ahead of me, so I wouldn't let your whatever,
affect you.
Nah. So just.
And having listened to both of them, is there anything you want to add?
Because I was unsure of what I was going to say, I think I was typing. You saw me typing something, so I just want to read what I have typed down because so I know some of you listening right now might be coming from homes that don't feel whole, homes that there's tension, there's separation, there are struggles that make it very hard to feel at peace. And I won't pretend that that's easy, because for those of us that even have both parents, there are times that they fight.
Oh yes.
And like I rightfully mentioned, this person will tell you this, the other person is telling you so. They want,
and sometimes you have to choose a side.
And mine is so painful because my brother is not in the country. My little sister is in senior high school. I'm the only person. So I don't want to listen to anybody. So I'll take up any events that comes my way just because I don't want to be at home.
And sorry to cut you off, right? For a lot of people, maybe you might not realize it, but a lot of times, a lot of people seem to always take one side over the other, and sometimes most people will take the mom's side.
Because the mothers always play the victim.
But you see, I don't even want to use the word victim. If you do that enough, you don't realize that you are alienating the other person, and you create animosity between you and them.
Yes.
So it's like it's you and the person whose side you've picked and the other person.
Yeah.
And it isn't until it gets to you, and I feel like a lot of guys won't even realize it until it's their turn, how lonely it can be if you've taken somebody's side and you left the other person.
Yeah. That's true.
You see? So that's why I wanted to, because a lot of us who we have both our parents, when they're having the arguments, we pick a side. You don't probably think of how it makes the other person feel. Exactly.
But I just want to continue by saying that, like I mentioned, I know I won't pretend that it is easy, and I just want to remind Stacy, Ajua, all of our listeners, that your past does not define you. I know it might have shaped parts of you when it comes to your fears, your strength, your outlook on love, your outlook on marriage, your outlook on love. But you are not bound by it. That is their love story. That's not your love story. And you are allowed to heal. You are allowed to create your own version of happiness. You are allowed to build something better than what you came from. You're worthy of the stability. You're worthy of love. You're worthy of peace. So please, keep going. Your story isn't over yet. And like I always say, failure is not necessarily the end to man's success.
Oh yes.
Exactly. Success is built brick by brick. So just keep going. Things will get better.
Exactly. That's very beautiful. And I would have also wanted us to touch on how all of these things affect us, because honestly, it affects your outlook on life. Unfortunately, it really affects your outlook on love, because people don't realize how your relationships
I'm
with
like
your
a
parents,
proof of that.
exactly, how your relationships with your parents
Yeah.
affect how you date.
Yes.
Me, it has actually affected, I think, 2 of my relationships. Or
Yeah,
just one.
because on a very serious note, even your desire like to have a man who takes care
It
of you,
comes low.
it,
Like,
can't, it just, all I have to do is look at your dad and then questions will be answered.
Yeah. I mean,
Honestly.
many of the time they have conversations. We have a lot of discourse happening on social media where some people will say, "Don't date a girl from a broken home. Don't date a guy
Yeah.
living with a single parent. Don't do this. Don't date an orphan because they're going to use that same anger and
Yeah.
animosity that they've
Actually,
grown
I'm
up
not.
with.
I'm not cutting you off. I met this guy. Yeah, he liked everything about me. Until he realized I was from a broken home. What he said, and he is very plain. He said, "Stacey, I don't want to go on with this relationship with you because you're from a broken home."
Well,
That moment,
And that is when I feel
I can
like, you know
slap
what,
you.
even if I don't have
Don't
to
slap
prove
you.
anything to my parents, this particular person, I'm gonna prove him wrong. So like what she's saying, it's your life. Don't depend on your parents. See, our parents have also made mistakes.
Yeah.
The day we actually spoke about it, my mom was listening, and
my mom also was listening.
she actually sent me a paragraph and it was just full of apologies.
She
I said, "You know
called.
what? I've moved on." You know, when I moved on before I finished secondary school. My mom said she always wanted me to open up and speak to her. I should always open up and let her know how I'm feeling. But so on the other side, I feel like, but you are the adults, so
You're
you don't know what
supposed
you
to
are
know.
doing is hurting me. But then she also feels like, in as much as I'm old, it's my first time being a parent.
like you,
You know,
you were the first one.
I'm a first child. We are just 2 girls.
so whatever,
So my
whatever
mom
mistake
says,
happened,
she says that, see, right now in your life, Stacey, I don't mind if you call me and she say, "Excuse me to say, cry, mommy, I met this guy, you know, we did this." She said, "I don't mind. I just want to have that conversation with you, that vibe that we never had when you're a teenager." Because she said the day she was listening, she cried because she never actually thought that I could even say I've moved on them. I feel like whatever my parents will do is actually not her. But then I'm not saying this for her to actually make her cry. So I know she's listening. I don't hate you and my dad. But then I just feel that at a point where I needed my parents to be parents,
Yeah.
they were acting, I am the man, I am the woman. They were not being civilized with each other. So
and you were watching it,
and I was just watching, and she also
that's
felt
the
like,
only problem
yeah,
with
you
those
know,
type of things.
yes.
Where parents become so absorbed in the anger towards the other person, they
That
don't
they
realize
forget
there are
what it's
kids
doing
that
to
are
us.
watching these things.
It even gets
For
to a
me-
point they vent it on you, the,
Yes,
the
Yeah.
child.
For me, my little sister, for instance, if my parents have any sort of misunderstanding, I take her to my room because I don't want it to shape her view on love
how-
and
yeah,
relationships
exactly.
and think that it is okay
To
for
do all
things like
these
that
things.
to be like the people that have healthy relationships. Of course, I'm not saying healthy relationship means you're not going to fight, but there are different ways. I don't want
Like,
her to solve her issues like the way
you
they are
should even
doing
be
it.
able to understand that just because we fought does not mean it's
Doesn't
the
mean-
end of it, because
exactly.
we are two individuals.
Exactly. Me, every time people tell me that, hey, you like love, oh, because that was how I grew up. Me, hey, every Sunday there was a photographer he's even dead. The photographer is called Red. Every Sunday he was coming home because it had become a tradition. After church, we are taking pictures. Whether you are hungry or you are angry or whatever
that
emotion, the picture, everybody must smile for the picture. So that is the kind of thing that shaped me. Do you understand? But now, I mean, obviously, we've been together for like 30 years, so there are little quabbles here and there. But I don't want my little sister to see it that way.
Oh, fun fact, my parents were they celebrated 31 years 10 days ago.
Oh, really? Oh, happy
Congratulations
anniversary
to them.
But I have seen the best and the worst, and me, what I will take away from everything was that at the end of the day, wherever they didn't show up, where they did show up, I know why, and
Yeah.
I know that if anything, they were trying their hardest, they were trying their best.
Exactly.
And sometimes I don't think people realize, but nobody tells their parents that, hey, like, it's okay. I know you feel at these points you messed up, but I've made sure that I have come out okay and you did a good job.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people will tell their parents
Yeah.
that. So your parents are walking around unsure of whether they've done a good job or not. You two, you are walking around and they are not sure if you are happy or not, or you think that you are doing a good job in their eyes. Sometimes we should get the opportunity to speak to each other so that we can really, 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 really express ourselves, so that your parents will know that, oh, this is how you feel, and they also know that this is how you feel, and everybody can have some understanding.
Yeah, communication is key.
Campus Express.